You said that other nations, other countries had made great strides while we lag behind. And I was just wondering what were some of the strides or victories that other nations have made.
Well, when you look at Latin America, a lot of people are talking about the Latin America effect. And what you're seeing are people who have historically been locked out of power. Poor and landless people and working people who have been locked out of power because for generations Latin America and the politics of Latin America have been owned by what they call the oligarchy. The ruling families has literally been handed down almost as a hereditary thing. So when you see people like Lula win in Brazil and even Chavez in Venezuela, when you see a woman being elected president in a country like Liberia, what you're seeing are people who have been historically locked out of power finding a way to build at the base a strong enough movement to push some of those people from the base into seats of power. You also see then the agendas of those nations change, where literacy becomes important and educating all the people become important. You see healthcare become important, so there are more clinics being built, free healthcare offered. And whatever people might say about the nation of Cuba, one cannot dismiss the fact that an education all the way through college is free in Cuba, and that Cuba has more doctors per capita than any other nation. And so these are things that we could learn some lessons for. Not that we wish to become them, but they teach us lessons about how people who have historically been disenfranchised from power can begin to organize from the grassroots in ways and begin to capture some power so that we can begin to have some of our issues become predominant issues. For many years in the United States, we always talk about this what's good for the corporations, and we've sort of had this idea that what's good for the corporations, what's good for business, is going to be good for everyone. But we are learning that this is not true, and this is not the way the world moves. The world moves from the interest of individuals and people first, and that's who we have to take care of first.